Hi, welcome to Flowstart, the productivity app that helps you find and keep a flow state in your work. My name is Nia Sparacino. I'm a senior in computer science with minors in French and mathematics. After graduation, I'll be working as a software engineer for General Motors.
Hello, my name is Julian Seal. I'm a senior in CIS, and my plans after college are to move to New Jersey to pursue my degree.
Hello, my name is Alex Irvin. I'm a CIS student here at USC. Following this semester, I'll be pursuing a PhD in computer science back at USC.
My name is Lucas Palacis. I'm a CIS student, and after graduation, I will be working at Blue Cross Blue Shield in the ELTP program.
Hi, my name is Holly Gray. I'm a senior computer science major. I also have minors in business and studio art. After graduation, I'll be moving to Charlotte, North Carolina to work as a financial analyst at Bank of America.
As a student with ADHD, staying focused on work is often a struggle, and I looked to many different productivity hacks and study strategies to find the one that worked for me. One of these was the Pomodoro study technique, which is the idea of balancing longer work sessions with smaller rest periods in between as a reward and to deter burnout. This worked, but I found that often at the end of the work sessions, I would still be in the flow state and want to continue working for just a couple more minutes, but I couldn't because of the strict timer. To address this, we created Flowstart, a desktop app which gives the productivity boost of the Pomodoro technique without the rigidity of a strict timer. In Flowstart, your work earns your break time, and your productivity is gamified in a fun new way. We wanted to help eliminate mental clutter and give you a reason to enjoy the grind. Next, let's look at how Flowstart works under the hood. We wanted a polished native desktop experience that could work without internet access. We use the Tori desktop framework, which allows for a Rust backend combined with React and TypeScript for our front end. This gives us the customization and accessibility of React while keeping our app incredibly lightweight and fast. Because we use SQLite for the database, Flowstart is local first. This means that all your data, your history, tasks, and avatar are all stored directly on your device, allowing for 100% offline work. Next, we'll go into a short demo.
Thanks, Nia. So let's look at this from the perspective of a student. Let's call him John, who is opening the app for the first time. Since he doesn't have a profile yet, he will create one using the available input field. Flowstart saves unique data about each profile, allowing for multiple users to have their own avatar, tasks, goals, and settings, even within the same device. Upon registering for a profile, John is brought to the help screen, a page for users to learn about the app, cool features, and other useful information. Once he acquaints himself with some of the features, he moves to the work page, one of the most important parts of the app. The work page has many of the features that make Flowstart practical and fun. John is presented with a variety of buttons. By clicking the button with the book icon on it, John will enter work mode. When working, a new timer will appear on screen, counting up when he is working. At the same time, the larger timer will also start incrementing, representing your earned break time. Adjusting your work-to-break ratio, either manually or by using the built-in presets, will change how much break time you gain as you work. For example, if John were to work for 20 minutes using a 4:1 work-to-break ratio, he will earn 5 minutes of break time. After John has worked for some time, he can click the button with the cup icon on it to enter break mode. While in break mode, earned break time decreases in real time. Furthermore, if John were to really want to finish an episode of his favorite show but didn't have the necessary amount of break time, Flowstart will allow you to continue taking break time below zero, allowing break time debt. The final main feature within the timer is the countdown timer. As the main timer counts up as you work, the countdown timer will instead count down from some set interval and notify you when the timer is complete. Now for the fun part. In the bottom corner, you will see John's panda avatar. As he works, he gains points. After working, John can enter the shop and use his points to upgrade his points per second and number of workers, which increase the passive point generation. While still in the shop pop-up, John notices color customization inputs. These allow unique customization of different parts of your Panda avatar. Finally, John comes across avatar accessories that can only be purchased using coins. A coin is earned when your total points cross milestone values. Early milestones are at 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and 1,000,000 points. And after that, you earn 1 coin for every additional 1,000,000 points. Coins can be spent on buying hats and clothing for your avatar. Avatar accessories elevate your experience by giving an incentive for working, gaining upgrades, as well as by completing tasks and goals. John currently does not have enough coins to purchase any of these accessories. Now I will hand it over to Julian to talk about tasks.
Thanks, Alex. John now needs to organize his night. I'll be moving over to the task tab. I'll create a few new tasks. First, I'll start with study textbook for tests. Next, I'll write a task for writing our paper. There are countless ways to configure a task to best fit your needs. You can set the priorities of any task with your low, medium, and high settings, as well as adding descriptions. I am also going to create a write introduction as a subtask of write paper. This allows for better organization within tasks. Another feature within task is setting a task as an active task. By setting a task as an active task, it will appear on the work page. When a task is active, it will track when you work. Furthermore, if John wanted to spend a minimum of an hour on his textbook studying to make sure he treated it seriously, he could edit the study textbook for tests to require an hour of work time, then set it as an active task. Any work that John will do then will be used to meet the required amount before being marked complete. After John finishes a task, he can mark it complete using the checkbox. Upon making a task as complete, John will gain the points that are proportional to his progress within the game. Another important aspect of Flowstart are goals. I will pass this over to Holly to hear more.
Thank you, Julian. While tasks are intended to be short-term, things that can be completed in an hour or a couple of days, goals are for the big picture and help you plan longer term. I'm going to switch over to the Goals tab page now, where I can go ahead and create a new goal. I'll call this goal Pass English 101. If I want, I can give it a due date and a description, and I can also set a priority. The default is high. Very similar to tasks, but a little simplified, as again, goals are meant to be a bigger picture and not as delved down to the details as tasks. From this page, you can also complete goals, You can also edit goals, and they can also be deleted. Now that we've looked at both tasks and goals, let's check out the stats page. In the statistics page, we can see a couple of different graphs and measurements based on your activity in Flowstart. While John is a new user and doesn't have much statistics yet, we can still take a look. First, we have a pie chart, which calculates the minutes you spent working versus the minutes you spent breaking and displays them. We also have a line chart, which shows the minutes you have worked each day for the past 7 days. As you can see, John made his count today, and he used Flowstart only for a little over a minute. It also has counts of your total tasks and goals, as well as how many tasks and goals you've completed, so you can make sure that you're staying on track and you're meeting your goals in the time that you want to.
Thanks, Holly. Now, John needs to see how his week is shaping up. I'm clicking over to the Calendar tab to show you our calendar page. You will notice that some tasks have already appeared here. That's because Flowstart automatically syncs any tasks or goals with a due date directly to the calendar. Additionally, he He can see and plan as soon as the next day or even 6 months down the line by switching between months. By using the integrated drag feature at the end of these tasks, users can dynamically adjust the duration and due dates of various tasks. And we can see that this hot reloads the upcoming deadline section, displaying the new due date. Furthermore, instead of having to click into the task tab to create a new task, John can simply click on an empty date on the calendar and it will automatically open the task creation pop-up. This calendar page is a seamless way to stay ahead of a busy schedule because he can create tasks and he also has the ability to view current tasks and view their information. Finally, John wants to make the app feel like his own. I'm going to go into the settings page through the user icon in the top right of the screen. There are 3 screens on the settings page. Firstly, account. On the account page, John can change his username, log out from his current account, reset all game data tied to his current account, and finally delete the account he is currently on. For personalization, he can change the theme to dark mode, turn off sound effects, and also turn off the game mode to enter corporate mode for the app. He can also choose different backgrounds. So let's say he chooses bamboo forest. When you go back to the work page, we can see bamboo forest displayed. And it also, these personalized backgrounds also change with the theme. So now it is daytime in the bamboo forest. And lastly, the about just shows the version. That is all for the Flowstart demo video. Thank you very much for watching.